Hey, good guys, this is Joe, and today is August the 24th. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time, and the market is pretty much just closed. I just want to give a quick update on the previous trades that I talked about, which was the pound dollar and the euro dollar. Going to the pound really quick. I actually got stopped out, but the funny thing is that if you look at my post from 2 days ago, from the 22nd, when price was here, I mentioned that it would go to around 127.74. This was already based off the Fibonacci 200% level. It hit it to the T. It found support to the exact T. So when I saw that last night, I actually lowered my stop to 128.07, and I got stopped out several hours ago, as it went back up to 128.35. It can be on a short term, it is possible that this was the end of 5 at 2.0, and now you're going to see price retrace pretty much back to 129, somewhere around there. So, I mean, again, if you are a counter trend trader and you know how to find good entries and exit points, then you're more than welcome. I did say yesterday that this particular level here, when it was at 128.71, was a relatively good level to buy, with the stop just below 127.75, 74. If you would have done that, then, you know, give or take 128.80-ish to, I'm sorry, 127.80-ish to 128.40 where it ends. That's still a good 60 ticks that it was just a counter trend. So I just rarely do I counter trend unless it's like a wave C or the third wave of a wave A. Once I've already have a high probability that it's in a corrective wave A or C. So I'm going to move along. Once I see another opportunity to the downside in this particular market, then I will post another video on the pound. So I'm going to move on from that one, and I'm going to move to the euro. And the euro right now is still in, as you can see, it's still in the sine wave move. It's in this triangle, and you know, this could be A of E. This can be B of E, and then you'll probably see C of E come back here, and it may be truncated where my E is at. And tomorrow, just based off of this is forexfactory.com, you got the Jackson Hole of day 2, and not only do you have the Fed Chairman Yellen speaking, you also have the ECB, European Central Bank President Draghi, speaking. So tomorrow is when that euro is going to move, and if my counts are correct, that the euro is going to move to the downside, but it is possible that it could do a small spike, which will be basically wave C of E, but it should not go above 118.29. So what's likely to happen is that price over the next several hours throughout tonight and throughout the night is going to start slowly moving down. It's going to find some support in this particular area around 1753. Then it's going to slowly tick back up, and then right when they speak, it's going to do a kind of a spike that's going to go right back up to this area. And then as the hours progress, that's when I I hate saying that word. That's when I believe price will start moving its way down. Not here in one day, but it'll start moving into this particular low 1700s. So my stop still remains above my C, which is at 1730. And I mean, even if you haven't got in, even getting in at 1800, or just wait a little bit, it may go back up to 1810 or so. With a stop that low, it's a very high reward, very low risk trade. So we'll and just to give another so that we can look at it again. Let's see if I have what is showing. Let me see. That's the pound. That's the Aussie. That's the Aussie. Bear with me for a second as I find. Maybe it's right. Okay, so here it is here. Let's reload the chart. This is a 60-minute. And as you can see, even with my parabolic SAR, the price is still fine, being that the moving averages are here. This is this red line, but this is what I always take a look at, this blue moving average. It's pointing in the short direction, and it's already penetrated through the candles. So all I would need basically is this to continue penetrating through, and price will move down with it as well. Once price goes through this cloud, this is going to turn this color. So basically this particular purple or whatever will turn red, but it'll be like right over here. And then you'll just start to see price move to the downside. Another key thing to look at is the pointing figure. As you can see, I think yesterday the pointing figure, see, it's still showing that price could go to 121. And that's very well possible, because I honestly believe that this whole move down is just going to be wave C of wave 4, and then you would actually be able to go long at around 115 or so, possibly 114 area, and that'll take you all the way back up to 121. That's going to be, you know, a pretty nice trade to do. So moving on, I wanted to show you the Eurocad, because that's probably going to do some damage tomorrow too. I took this trade earlier today, and I actually got two different things, but basically, you know what, that wasn't the one I was looking at. It was another one I just did. It was this one. So on a weekly, I have that as an A, this is a B, and this is a C. And that's the end of the correction. On a monthly, you can actually count 5 waves down. That's basically over here. This particular area, I don't have it all on my chart yet, but you can count 5 waves down on a long term. And then this is the 5-wave move up for A. This is the 3-wave move down for B, which is A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C for B, and then you have 1, 2, 3, A, B, ending diagonal for C of B, and then A, B, C for C. Now that ends the 5-wave move up, the 3-wave cycle, so it completed 8 cycles. Now you have 1, 2, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here for 1. This is where I have my corrective wave A. Then I have a B, C for B here, and then I have a 3-wave move up for C for W. Now I have a 5-wave move down for A, B, then 1, 2, 3, which is C for X. Then I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-wave move up, or A, B, C for Y. Wave Y ended at 1.382, just shy of 1.5280. It ended at 5261, so about 26 shy of the Fibonacci 1.382. From here, you can just about count. If you started here, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 of 3. A in this area, B in that area, C for 2. And now you should be working on this. I'm expecting a move down, basically, and it should be an impulsive move down for wave 3 of 3. And if that's pending my count is correct, because this can also be looked at in it could be a bullish as well. It doesn't have to be bearish. I can probably take this, and let's say this is A. Now this is A of B. So let's say this is a triangle. This is A of B, B of B, C of B, D of B, and then you got A, B, C for E of B, and then you got a whole nother wave up. So I always take a look at alternatives as well. And you can clearly see it. This is A. This can be A, B, C, D. As you see, the D did not go above the C if we did it that way. But I'm not looking at that count. But that is something just to keep an eye on, because when you recognize patterns in Elliott, it's easy to see, okay, what's the alternative? And you always want to have a primary and an alternate count. So if this was a bullish count, that is possible that this is the A. Now this is the A of B of a triangle, B of B, C of B, D of B, and it's possible that the E can be here. So that can be E of wave B, and now you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a 1 of C to the upside, which is bullish basically. That's my alternate, and I just literally looked at that just from looking at this pattern that I recognize as a possible triangle in this particular area here, and that's on the weekly time frame. It would take me a little bit more analysis to actually, come up with a better analysis for that particular bullish alternative. But for now, I'm seeing it as a bearish start of a 5-wave move down for wave 3. Which this being the 1, this being the 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to have 3. 3, 4, 5, and 3, which will go below the X. So just to kind of continue on, I think I was at 5. Let's see what it's saying here. So this is Eurocad again. As you can see, price is, this is the 240, so this is the 4-hour chart with Ichimuro. Price is already under the cloud. As you can see, it tried to penetrate. It did penetrate, but then it pretty much found its resistance, and it came crashing down. As you can see here, my blue moving average is already below the cloud. Everything is telling me per Ichimuro that price is to the downside. So now it's pretty much about just waiting and making sure that your counts are accurate and you have the good position in. I've already jumped in that market, so I'm pretty much just waiting around to see. And this is why I would need, any other Elliotticians out there, or anyone who's practicing Elliots. If you see any type of market and you kind of know how to count it, but you're unaware, man, just shoot me an email. Not even email. Just leave a comment. Be like, hey, I'm looking at the U.S. Japanese yen, and I think I got to count it right, and it looks like it's going to be able to do something. Let's try to get some more eyes on that, and let's try to build more of a trading community on YouTube, basically. And this is how you will learn. And my accounts won't always be the best, but that's trading. You know what I mean? It's just the reality of trading. I give the best analysis that I can, but I don't expect that all of my trades will be winners. That's where people fail in this particular industry. Even when you're signing up for subscription services, you think that every particular trade that this person calls is going to be, a really good trade for you, and it's not. And technically, you really don't know how to trade because you're going off of someone else's trades. If you studied Elliott, and my whole goal with this YouTube channel is to really expand your knowledge in Elliott so that you're seeing someone else who knows how to trade using the Elliott wave analysis. That way, when you get lost, you can kind of turn to some of these videos or ask questions and go from there. Because a lot of times when you purchase a package that's an educational package, they'll give you the material and they'll teach you for, let's say, a few weeks or a month. But if you don't get it, you're still stuck. So you got one other thing to do is purchase something else and try to go through it again, pay for a coach, or you look for something like what I'm trying to do. And that's where you don't, once you pay one time, chances are you don't want to keep paying because you probably don't have a whole bunch of money. So you need to find something out there that's inexpensive or pretty much close to free. And I think as long as I can keep the videos under a certain time frame, let's say about 10 minutes, and I can do them 3 to 4 days a week, I don't see no reason for me. I'm not going to charge because it's a hobby for me, and I believe if we build a community with this, it eventually could be a pretty large community. But I definitely want to keep this short. So the Eurocad is definitely something I'm taking a look at. I think yeah, see, I'm in this trade here. I'm in the CAD yen, and I believe I got this as the 1-2 basically. I have to, my next video tomorrow, I would actually count this because I lost my, sometimes my computer, it updates, and when it updates it actually takes away my counts, so I have to do everything over from scratch again. So I mean, either way, as you can see, I got in at a very damn good price. I mean, price went to 85.46. I got at 85.71. It's currently at 87, 178 ticks. So it's not a bad place to be. However, I believe that, let's see, I know I'm in something else. I just don't know what. Either way, I'm not into that, and I'm not into that. I think I got out. I was in the Euro Yen. I got out of that. Oh, you know what? I was in this. Yeah. I have to do these counts over again, but I think this is wave 5. And that was 5 of 3. This is wave 4, which should be 0.382 of this particular move. It's not 0.382 yet, so this can be A, this can be B, and price could continue going down. But I'll try to take a look at the Aussie dollar and see if I can come up with a better count on that. Also, the euro pound. The euro pound, I spoke about this a couple of days ago, and I said price should continue above a certain or price would find resistance at the 92.30 level. As you can see, price has not, and it's right here where my 100% level is, which is 92.29, and it's pretty much stopped cold turkey there. So I did a small short just to see if this was wave, let's say 4 of 5 basically, which will, if it was, it'd probably find some resistance, I'm sorry, some support at 90.12. This found resistance here. So if this is wave 4, then it will find some support around 90.12, which is the next fib 78.6. Really, so I need to change that. So it may be a little bit higher than that. And then most likely, if this is not the end, I'm expecting this market to reach somewhere towards the mid 95 level. So we'll also keep an eye out on this as well. But definitely, if I believe the euro dollar and the euro CAD is bearish, then most likely the euro pound will be bearish too. So you may see a spike for wave 4 down in the euro pound tomorrow. And what I'll do is leave it on that, and I'll just show another update once it happens tomorrow. That way, I mean, I don't have to say I told you so. The market is gonna do what it wants to do, but it'd be great to post a video the day prior, and then you can look back at it and say, look, this is what I had projected, and this is what happens. I love doing that, and I'm wrong quite often. Don't get me wrong, but it feels so good when I'm right. So I hope you guys took some of the trades, and I'll have another video for you tomorrow. And happy trading.